If we have a loved one, maybe a family member, maybe a friend that we care about, and we get a sense that they're struggling in a way, how do we first approach it?
Okay, and I will mention, I briefly referred to a psychologist friend. It's actually David Cherry. David Cherry is a very experienced clinical psychologist, and I find he has some wonderful practical ideas often in how to deal with complex situations. So I asked David's thoughts on this topic at first, and he described a number of principles, many of which we'll be referring to today. But one of the main things is, first of all, looking at what is your motive. And one of the key things there is it around an issue of safety? If there's a reason for looking for someone to seek some kind of help or intervention for safety reasons, well, that's a different kind of situation, and safety has to come first. For example, if it's a situation that involves domestic violence, that's a safety issue, and the safety needs need to be addressed first. And there are places that people can go to receive help themselves in relation to another family member being violent. For example, Orange Door or the Sexual Assault and Family Violence Centre. In certain situations, it's more important that the person get some kind of assistance themselves to see that an unsafe situation might be addressed. It could also be if people are concerned that a family member is psychotic and potentially dangerously so. Then there might need to be some intervention which could involve a community mental health team, for example. And so there are a number of situations that might even involve police having to be involved. So acknowledging first, if it's a situation involving safety, that involves different kind of principles, and the safety needs need to be addressed. But in many situations, it's not so much about danger, but it's more that seeing someone's really struggling in a certain way, or that the person seems either overwhelmed or stressed, or their behaviour is impacting on other family members in a quite unhelpful way. And so it could make a real difference for that person and others around them for them to address the behaviour. But a lot of what we're going to focus on today is what helps the person themselves to seek help. What in their own motivation might make it more likely that they actively follow through with seeking help, because it makes the world of difference if the person wants to seek help themselves.